Alright, what's going on everyone? Snipe here, back with another unboxing. This unboxing is for the Mirror's Edge Catalyst Collector's Edition. Now before we delve into it, there's something weird that went on with this Collector's Edition. I know it happened in Canada, but I'm not too sure if it happened in other countries or continents, obviously. Where you can either get the game itself or you get the collector's edition by itself. You can't get them both together. But it was either you got the collector's edition but you had to buy the game. Well, if you got the collector's edition you would have to buy the game separately. But that was for maybe a few months, something like that, until more or less every company got their or could get their hands on the collector's edition. So they started adding the game in because it was kind of stupid to have a collector's edition without a game. Obviously some companies still shipped it without a game and you had to buy the game differently, which is honestly kind of weird to me, why you would advertise it as a collector's edition for a game but not have a game inside it. But anyways, enough of that. We're here to show off this lovely box. So this is the front of the, I guess, the collector's edition itself. It's just more or less red lettering with a nice black background in the back. So the sides are kind of weird in terms of what they show. There is weird text here. So you got list sleeve and open magnetic flap to remove game case. Box opens more easily when magnetic flap is open. So that's a little hint for something that's in this area itself. It took me a while to figure out where this said item is, which I'll show later. But yeah, that threw me off until now reading it. That makes more or less sense. So this is what's inside the collector's edition itself. So obviously Mirror's Edge Catalyst. You got the limited edition lithograph, the concept pieces, a temporary tattoos of the Mirror's Edge Catalyst and face tattoo, and more or less the main ticket item, 14-inch face statue along with steelbook, all packed in a collector's box. And on the other side, it gives you nice little instructions. Do not lift statue from the mirror or characters. And so what you want to do is always lift statue from the base. So that's more or less the sleeve cover for the game case. And if we slide this up nice and gently, like, you better doing this stuff with one hand. Once you get stuck, we have the collector's box itself. So they have this little cutout on the front side of the box, face symbol in the back with the nice red background, and the box itself is black. More or less, there's really not much else to it. It's just a box. It has a little dice symbol at the bottom there, but other than that, it's mainly just a box. But as we read that text before, that if we go on this side, this little compartment, or this little side, is not a side, it's actually a compartment for this special item that some collector's edition did not include. This is obviously it's the game case, and obviously with the game for Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It's kind of cool how they have it tucked it away in its own little secret compartment, but it is kind of weird that it is in the secret compartment. I don't understand why. Makes really no sense to me whatsoever. So it's just the regular game case that you get at any store. Really not much delving much into it, because you could just go to any game store or any electronic store and look at the game case there. But what we want to see are the main ticket items held in this beauty. So right now I'll make a cut because I can't really open this with two hands, obviously. It's very difficult. Well, I can try, but I don't really want to. So I will make a cut, and I'll unpack everything, lay it all out, and I will show all off one by one. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, and we are back. So unpacked everything, made it all nice and pretty, as you'll soon see when I zoom out or go to the next item. So what we got here is the steel book for Mirror's Edge. So you got Face Symbol on the front cover with the Seascape in the background, and the back is just pretty much a black case. But the main ticket item is showing off the Face Symbol and more of the cityscape. So that's steel book. The next, I guess, set of items, more or less, are the tattoos. So you have the Mirror's Edge symbol along with Face Symbol, 3 of them. I won't be putting these on my body because that's just a waste of good art. No, not really. I just don't want to waste tattoos because I'm not really a tattoo or a fake tattoo person to begin with. But using these tattoos from a collector's edition is kind of weird. I really don't know why they put tattoos in collector's edition, but whatever, I guess. There people have different fancies, more or less. So I wanted to show these off before I showed you what was inside them, more or less. These little envelopes, they have these little Mirror Edge symbols embossed out of it. They both have it, but more or less just a blank envelope that just holds the goodies that are inside. So we'll go with the item that was in the big envelope. This is the lithograph of Faith and Cityscape. See if we can zoom in there. Really not much to it. Faith showing the world. I believe this is probably the world that she goes into because I've heard that it was open world, which is a lot better from the first game, which was obviously not. And on the backing, he's got some fine text print, copyright, etc., etc. So that was that. And in the smaller envelope are these little cards here. So we'll go all one by one. They're printed on the same material as that lithograph. So you can probably consider these as little mini lithographs, more or less, showing a little bit of artwork or a little bit of concept art for the game development, showing the characters off, obviously, with their hardships, their past, present, not their future because not that type of game. Locations, enemy towers, strongholds, plans, looking down at the view, planning, balancing on ledges, planning. And so that was that. That was the mini lithographs, if you want to call them that. So last but not least is the main item, but obviously I like showing this off because it is kind of cool that they're starting to do this now. They imprint the mirrors, like they imprint the game logo on the styrofoam that holds the collector's edition. I find it's kind of cool now that they took the effort to actually put the I guess cutout in the styrofoam. It's kind of weird though, but it is a nice touch to collector's edition that I'm seeing more frequently now, or seen in collector's edition more frequently now. So this is, last but not least, the main ticket item, which is a 14-inch tall, just because this little glass piece is probably like the 14-inch height of Faith and Young Faith. So I guess Old Faith and Young Faith, if you want to call it that, in a pose where the older Faith is looking at her reflection of her younger self. I'm not really an art person, so I don't know what type of art this would persuade, but yeah. Anyways, so the glass, or like it's plastic, obviously it's not glass. If it was glass, it would shatter instantly. It's kind of cracked here to show something. I don't know what. But also, there is, if I can get an reflection, that the base itself on Young Faith is cracked. So there must have been a traumatic event, I'm assuming, in Younger Faith's life that would portray the cracked glass from Old Faith looking at her and from the cracked base itself. It is pretty nice. It is hefty too. I like, I guess, statues now that are a bit heftier because it feels like they put a lot more detail into it. And it's not like a cheap type of collector's edition where they just dump it in and go, here you go. But then again, it also adds value, which not many people would like to more or less not really afford, but compensate the money out for the collector's edition. you also see here, you got one of the tattoos that you could use on your own arm. Again, I don't know why you would want to put that, like a fake tattoo on your arm, to waste the item in the collector's edition itself. And you see, like, there's a lot of detail that's gone to it. So you see her shoes, her little watch, her expression of her face, and you all see older face expression, if I can get the lighting right. Older face expression, looking down at her, detailing of her clothes, her gloves, her funky shoes, which are actually shoes now. They're not those little toe shoes that I think it was either Battlefield 3 or 4 showed off. It's kind of weird, but they're actually legit, like, runner type shoes, so they might have more or less swayed from that type of style for the game and went with a more robust visual aspect to the game itself. So all in all, that is the Mirror's Edge Collector's Edition, which what you get in it is the statue, a lithograph with a bunch of little mini lithographs encased in 2 envelopes. You get the tattoos, that are henna tattoos, which means they're fake. Or not fake, they're not real. They wash off. The steel book and the game, if you got it with the game. If not, you would just get these items seen here. Then you have to buy the game individually, which is still really weird to me. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.